but he's got the Bears grabbing 3 offensive players with their first 3 picks. And Tyler Warren's there in this latest mock, but he did not mock Tyler Warren to the Bears like this time like he did about a month ago.
So he's changed his mind.
He's changed his tune a little bit. Yes. He mentioned Field Yates. Guess what? I have his latest mock draft. You want to hear it?
I'd love to,
Tyler Warren is available for the Bears at 10, but he does not have the Bears selecting Tyler Warren as he did in his last mock draft, Jurko.
Who does he have now?
He has Will Campbell falling, and he has the Bears drafting Will Campbell. And he writes, I'm pretty bullish on Campbell as a prospect. Despite concerns about his 32 and 5/8 inch arm length, somehow that miraculously went up 3/8 of an inch, by the way. I don't know what he was doing.
They've had problems measuring arm length this year.
He ranks 5th on my board. In this scenario, I'm not super focused on whether he would ultimately play tackle or slide inside to guard. The Bears starting 5 is already much better on paper after a busy free agency, and Campbell could play wherever he's needed. New coach Ben Johnson would love a player like Campbell, whose elite foot quickness and pass pro ability fit great in his system. The Bears will likely feature plenty of zone rushing schemes in 2025. Now, Campbell's got to be there. If he is, you know what I've said a few times, like if Mason Graham, Mel agreed with me on Mason Graham yesterday. They presented that scenario, like what if he fell? Mel's like, if Mason Graham falls to you at 10, you run to turn that card in.
Yes.
I say it about both, Campbell and
sprint.
Graham. I don't think you overthink it. I don't. I think you fill out one of the 2 names and you go. I know you like Campbell's footwork too because you were watching him with Waddle last week.
Oh, yeah. I love his footwork. I have no questions about anything.
Yeah?
Yeah. I let those that don't know worry about that stuff. And that includes some of these guys that are saying his arms are too short.
Too short?
Yeah, ridiculous.
So Field actually did a full 2-round mock. You want to hear where he's got the Bears taken at 39 and 41?
Sure.
Back-to-back Ohio State, boys. At 39, he's got the Bears grabbing Emeka Egbuka. And he writes, as the Bears look for one more playmaker to maximize Ben Johnson's offense, they could turn to the ever-reliable Egbuka in round 2. He set Ohio State's record for catches, and he is a great route runner. And then at 41, and this is where I would disagree with Field, but that's okay. He's smarter than I when it comes to this stuff. I favor Travion Henderson a little bit over Quinshon Judkins. He has both of them available. He has the Bears taking Judkins.
Judkins.
And he writes, more offense for the Bears, 2 picks after I have them grabbing Egbuka. I have an ever so slightly higher grade on Judkins.
Why?
Over fellow Ohio State running back Travion Henderson. Judkins can bring a better profile of power and thump to Chicago's offense. He scored 45 career rushing touchdowns.
Power and thump. Can he catch the ball?
I think Henderson is the better pass catcher. I think he's obviously faster. I think he's got the better breakaway speed. You're not catching him in the open field. I love his feet. I think he kind of profiles a little bit more towards Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not saying he'd be as good as Jahmyr Gibbs, but I'm just like, and I think that's what Ben Johnson would like and what he might focus on. I guess I get his point about the similarities in style maybe between Swift, who you're going to have to play this year, and Travion Henderson, but I would favor Henderson. If they were both there, I would take Henderson ahead of Judkins. I think Waddle agrees with me on that after watching tape on both of them. I just think he's maybe a little bit better. I like the explosiveness, and I think he might be a little bit better of a fit in Ben Johnson's offense. But he's got the Bears grabbing 3 offensive players with their first 3 picks. And Tyler Warren's there in this latest mock, but he did not mock Tyler Warren to the Bears like this time like he did about a month ago.
So he's changed his mind.
He's changed his tune a little bit, yes. And
We'll be there.
We will be there.
Thursday night. We'll be in Green Bay.
April 24th. I will continue to go down swinging. That I think that should be the focus. Offensive line, defensive line. I really think that should continue to be the focus for this franchise where they are now. I don't think it should be tight end or running back. I guess Warren's slightly interesting, but is he Brock Bowers? I don't think he even really I don't think anybody's even making that comp. People just think Ty Warren's going to be very good. He's not Brock Bowers though.
No,
he doesn't have that. First of all, he's not as big, right?
No,
he doesn't have that.
I think Ty Warren's a big fellow.
Yeah, but is he as big as Bowers? Maybe he is.
You look up Bowers. You look up Bowers.
Okay.
I'll look up Ty Warren.
I don't think he's quite the athlete, is he?
Why do they give me the age and not the height? I mean, what are we doing? 6'5"? No, they're wrong guy.
Bowers is 6'4". So how big's Warren?
Wait a minute.
Maybe Warren is.
Warren's 6'6".
6'6". So
Tight
he is
end.
big.
Yeah, he's bigger.
is he the athlete?
I got the wrong
In space?
Tyler Warren. I got another Ty Warren on here, defensive tackle. No good.
I like the way he controls his body. I will say that. Ty Warren. I think he's got, you could put on the tape of him watch games at Penn State. You see stuff down the middle of the field, down the seam. I like his body control. His hands seem to be good. I like his body control. But does anybody think he's quite, is he going to be Brock Bowers? I don't know. That'd be awfully, you better be hitting an absolute dinger, right? If you're drafting a tight end at 10.
I would say Bowers was a little silkier.
That's maybe the best way to put it.
How about his silkiness?
That's maybe the best way.
Yeah, he was somewhat silkier. I mean, he does an adequate job.
Yeah.
I mean, but to be picked in the first round.
Well, to be picked 10.
I mean,
I just don't know that he's like quite the athlete that Bowers is, or quite the. He's obviously not as fast. Not that he can't run. I mean, he can still scoot for a big guy. I mean, 6'6", So he does have 2 inches on him, but I don't know, man. To me, it's like.
You watch the highlights. They only seem to be 3-4 different highlights. I'm trying to find more.
You'll find a bunch. He had 1,200 yards this year or something stupid. You'll find a bunch if you look at him a little bit.
I'm going to have plenty of time today.
We'll go do it right now. You want to while we wait?
Might as well.
The pregame's going to start. We're going to stick around because we're expecting rain delay theater at some point. Let's go look at some in the back office.
Absolutely.
And you tell me what you think of Tyler Warren. I'm just saying, you're going to do that at 10, man. You better be obliterating it. And is that a risk they can take? I don't know.